Karibu waziri.
Thank you very much. May we have our seats. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rebecca Miano, the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife. But today I am here to bring the apologies and the regards of the Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, His Excellency Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, who is out of our borders on national duties. He sent his regards. He so much wished to be here today, but because he couldn't be in two places at the same time, I took one place to represent him. I will then read the remarks that he has given to me as we progress with the program. And he says, "We live in a world where unfair condemnation, be it self or external, is constant. I am therefore glad to join you in addressing the process of disabusing notions that have denied humanity a chance to set records straight, guided by the theme, mental health and wellness for effective service delivery. Before I proceed, let me acknowledge that the question of mental health and wellness is hardly a preserve of correctional services. Indeed, as a leadership, we now must face and address issues of mental health with greater resoluteness going forward. The Correctional Service Week 2024 that has taken place in the last couple of days is a loud call to action. And he asks, why? Precisely because mental wellness and well-being spare neither the targets of the correctional services nor the staff who attend to them. Though human beings are fallible by nature, that does not imply that change is impossible or that individuals caught in the den of criminality cannot be rehabilitated. That being the case, the success of our correctional facilities demands that we think beyond physical confines of walls, cells, and routines, and consider how best to restore human dignity, mind, and spirit wholesomely. Ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect on the discussion and ideas exchanged by the participants in this forum for the last few days, it is clear that mental health should not be a mere afterthought in the realm of correctional services. In reality, it should be a pillar on which rehabilitation and reintegration must be built. Our efforts to deliver effective service must begin with ensuring that every member of our correctional system, whether an inmate, staff member, or an administrator, has access to the mental health support needed as a moral imperative. Prioritizing mental health is the bedrock of genuine rehabilitation, emotional recovery, and the beginning of rebuilding lives. This week's discussions around the national guidelines on mental health and wellness are crucial. They provide a clear, evidence-based framework on how we can address mental health challenges across all correctional facilities in Kenya. However, guidelines alone are not enough. What is required now is action, practical application of these guidelines in every institution, every interaction, and every policy decision we make moving forward. Our task is to ensure that mental health care is accessible, compassionately offered, and ultimately impactful. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health in correctional facilities is a complex affair. We have learned this week that the mental health challenges faced by inmates and staff members alike are not isolated events. They are shaped by trauma, chronic stress, isolation, and broader societal factors such as poverty, discrimination, and lack of access to proper health care.
Rebecca Miano, CS of Tourism and Wildlife, colleague PSs, my good friend Governor Cheboy from Baringo. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I think my job is very simple, just to introduce my colleagues, and I will start with the immediate former Principal Secretary for Correctional Services, Mary Muthoni. Please give her a round of applause. Seated next to PS Muthoni is Teresia Mbaika, PS for Devolution, on the Home Correctional Services. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, PS. On a light note, I would like to invite PS Diaspora because in a very special way, she's very connected to us, and I would like her to tell us how she's connected to us. Welcome, PS.
Good evening. Today, when we arrived and we were walked through the exhibition, looking at prison's furniture, looking at the tree nursery, looking at farm produce and so on, a lot of people were very excited to see what the prison service does. It was like coming home for me. I grew up sitting on the prison's furniture, grew up playing with the dolls that are made by various women in the prisons, eating the prison produce, for many officers here, mimi ni mtoto wa kambi. My father, for very, very many years, worked in the prison. His whole career worked for the prison service, and was actually a supervising officer of your Commissioner General Arandu. So for those who might be of his age and might know him, my father is Paul Njogum Turushu, and I'm very excited to be a daughter of the system. And I feel very excited to be coming back here. PS will tell you that I am a big supporter of the prisons industries, services. Whenever we can at Diaspora, we procure from the prisons, we plant your trees, we, I think now, drink your water. I think we are trying to buy your furniture and so on. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me. It does feel a lot like coming home. Oh, and finally, I think like many other children, watoto wa kambi, we were educated on magereza sacco borrowings over and over and over, and I'm very excited to be here. Thank you so much.
And our dreams are valid, aren't they?